Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Friday Night Review. I am Scalz, and tonight we are joined by the OG hosts, Jamie and Cam, and then a special guest, Shadow. How's everybody doing tonight?
Phenomenal.
Hey, Cam, I didn't show you this because I just came on Cam, but I got my Father's Day gift today, and I know you'd like it.
Oh, that's clean. That's clean.
Welcome to Will and Mike. How you guys doing tonight?
And apparently we got Jamie acting like no free shout out Santa here. Chair stream.
Chair streaming. Hopefully. But quick thoughts on tonight. What'd you guys think of the show?
I mean, it's nothing really special. It's rare for me to say this, but I think Raw was better, which is rare because I typically like SmackDown better most weeks. SmackDown tonight, it just kind of felt it kind of felt a little sluggish. It just kind of felt like they were pretty much just booking to try to get over the hump. You know, they got their main focus right now, I think, is obviously Clash of the Castle, which they did some building towards Clash of the Castle, which is great. And then, of course, their focus is on, NXT Battleground, which is Sunday. So they're kind of booking to just get over the hump for right now. That's how it felt.
I mean, I tuned into SmackDown tonight. I wouldn't necessarily give it a positive review necessarily, but I will say that Piper Niven is her.
That promo tonight by her, geez, probably her best on the main roster since coming from NXT UK over to this side.
Yeah, it was a good promo by her. Obviously, I'm intrigued in the Howdy stuff that we've seen. Kind of still not feeling the whole Bloodline story yet, but I'm intrigued. But not like I'm not behind it yet, but I'm getting there.
We're gonna save the Bloodline stuff for the end because we'll touch on everything that happened throughout the night with that. That's probably the best way to cover that part of it. Jamie, what was your quick thoughts on it?
On SmackDown? Again, there's not a lot of stuff that happened in SmackDown tonight that was like, off the radar kind of this is it stuff. But there's a lot of stuff, plants being seeded, a lot of stuff that's intriguing. Bloodline, we're going to talk about that later. Cody and AJ, we're definitely going to talk about that later. And those are the two things that really are piquing my interest at the moment.
The Bloodline?
No.
All right. So the Bloodline. This starts off tonight with, that's how they open a show. Solo comes out, has his entrance. He brings out the entire Bloodline with Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman introduces everybody. He then goes through, anoints Tonga Loa into the Bloodline as the infamous Tonga Loa. He says that Tama Tonga is now the right-hand man, and that Solo Sikoa is the acting tribal chief until Roman Reigns returns. Before we move on to anything else, what is your guys' thoughts on this part?
Like I said when the show started, it's intriguing, but I'm not into it yet. It's getting there. It's getting to my level of interest, but nothing significant enough yet.
Like I said, I'm loving this. I liked it from the start. Again, Paul Heyman and just his acting is just awesome. And obviously, I think everything that he had to say tonight, he was basically threatened. Obviously, I mean it's clear. Solo has pretty much been threatening him to do his
Stockholm
bidding.
Syndrome bullshit.
he's been threatening Paul to pretty much do his bidding and do what he wants this entire time. So he pretty much was forced into this whole speech, tonight and during that segment. But I'm loving it though. Like I said, his acting is great. He's the key element to this whole thing. I love the fact that now, Tama is, the new right-hand man, pretty much taking Jay's old spot. So I like that. I like the callback to that. It's great. It's fantastic. And like I said, when Roman comes back, like I said, that crowd's just going to go crazy. And again, I'm hoping that this results in war games between the two Bloodline factions. So yeah, great stuff overall.
Tonga Loa is essentially taking over Solo's role in the Bloodline. because he was the one that he was the enforcer.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is the infamous. They go out. Paul Heyman is essentially shitting bricks in the middle of the ring, standing between Tama and Tonga, having to thank them for saving him last week against Kevin Owens. And then he thanks the tribal chief. And then Kevin Owens' music hits. Kevin Owens doesn't give a crap. He's coming out. He's going to do what he wants. He goes and takes on all three of them by himself. He's getting an ass beat. Out comes the Street Profits to save him. I don't know how the Street Profits got involved in this, but
beats me. I mean, they were kind of already involved in it because they they had that tag team match, I think, like 3 weeks ago, against God. So
doesn't that make them face again?
Yeah, I mean they were kind of already leaning towards that, anyways. They were
So stupid.
they were
they're
getting
the big show of this tag team division.
No, but they were never getting the cheers as the heels.
That's what I was getting at. They were getting cheers as the heels, so it wasn't ever going to work anyway. So
yeah, fair enough.
That's like as much as I hate it, trying to turn Bianca heel.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It would never work. So you have this breaks down. Paul Heyman skedaddles. He leaves ringside. He's trying to leave the arena, and Solo Sikoa catches up to him. And he's like, "Where are you going? Where do you think you're going?" I and Paul Heyman, he just starts stuttering and everything else. And Solo goes, "You need to go see Aldis and make this a 6-man tag match. And if you don't do it, I'm going to take you into the locker room and Tonga's going to have his way with you." Essentially. And obviously this leads to a 6-man tag match, which becomes the main event of the evening. What do we think of this main event?
Oh, man. This 6-man was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, they went out there. I mean, they were literally going full throttle. Like, all 6 of these men. It felt like they were going full throttle as if like this was like a WrestleMania type of match. It's not. They weren't going your normal speed for a match that's just on SmackDown. Not even a go home smack. I mean, just a SmackDown. So I liked it. I might have to put this down for one of my match of the year candidates because this was probably the best 6-man I've seen in a while. Yeah, like I said, I'm loving how the new Bloodline is meshing really well. God, it didn't take them long to pick up, on the WWE style of things. So they're meshing really well right now in the ring. Solo's doing great things. Street Profits, they feel a little bit lost without Bobby being there. But they're still doing their thing as well too. So I definitely love this match. This was probably the best part of SmackDown for sure for me.
I thought the match was good. I mean, it's athletic spots. You had Tez doing his jump over the corner and all that fun stuff. You had the show of the dominance of the Bloodline and all that. Kevin Owens refusing to give up kind of bullshit like he don't normally does, and I fucking love it. Overall, I think all 6 men got what they needed in that match, and it was a well-rounded match. It wasn't a sloppy finish. It wasn't a garbage match. Well, it was kind of a sloppy finish with the stupid DQ, but I digress.
Yeah, but that led to all the aftermath that happened.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody got what they needed out of that match. It wasn't just a throw together, let's go. There was a purpose behind it, and we're going to see it keep unfolding.
I mean,
Bloodline did their best Shield impression, too, on Kevin Owens.
Not even that. Before that, you had Solo Sikoa spear Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Instead of giving him the
Samoan Spike.
Spike. So, is he trying to become Roman Reigns as the tribal chief?
I felt like when he did that, he was like kind of mocking him.
Right. Okay. Is he mocking him? And then they did the Shield bomb right after that.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, it might be. It might be.
Are we gonna see Roman Reigns back sooner than later, and sooner than we all think?
So Laura said,
possible.
And Laura doesn't typically watch a lot. She's a very casual fan. She said that given the way that she's watched, and keep in mind, she's probably watched over the last 3 months, maybe 2-3 episodes of SmackDown. But every time she watched, Solo's on doing Solo shit. And she said she feels, based on what's unfolding right now, we get Roman Reigns in Toronto.
That's like I wouldn't have expected. I wouldn't even have thought that he was coming back before SummerSlam until tonight.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what she said based off what she just watched, right? Like, she feels like that return is more imminent than we'd think.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done with his movie. He's wrapped up. So now it's just a matter of where's the right place to insert him. Now, we all have our opinions on the Money in the Bank thing, and we'll get to that, I'm sure, within the coming weeks. But we could have Roman Brock Lesnar this in Toronto.
Ooh.
Come out, wreak havoc,
I would hate that.
take the briefcase, and fuck your story. I'm just saying.
Well, hello, Jamie.
But that's.
I mean, it would be kind of cool to just drop Roman out of thin air. Don't even like announce he's coming back. Like, don't do.
That's why
the whole...
Toronto would work, because who's really going to expect him there?
Right.
Because let's be real, Money in the Bank is a big event, sure, but not everybody's expecting Roman back at SummerSlam. You bring him back at Money in the Bank, it's gonna be like, yo, that's a natural fucking pop.
Especially if there's no rumors about it. Like, it needs to be kept quiet.
Yeah. But anyway.
Now, I hate that idea though, because I hated when Brock did that.
He doesn't necessarily have to win, but you could bring him in that kind of capacity. Like,
well, that's what I'm afraid of, is that they would make him win. And I hated that for Mustafa Ali when Brock
that was
did
great.
that.
Fuck him up. Never mind.
But I think we are definitely seeing him sooner rather than later. Not as soon as Clash, but I definitely could see him back in WWE by Money in the Bank.
Remember, too, and this isn't me just floating that it's here in Toronto, but this is a big history thing, because it's the first time ever something like this is in Toronto. It could be a more historic night, having Roman come back to probably arguably the loudest pop he'll ever receive in his career in an international arena.
Right now, he is probably more over as a babyface than he ever was in WWE.
Yeah.
All the "We Want Roman" chants, everything. They were chanting it loud as hell on that first segment.
Another thing Laura alluded to, too, is like, she doesn't quite grasp the whole concept of heel and face. Like, she understands bad guy, good guy, but she doesn't understand the whole psychology like some of us tend to think we do. Because I'm not going to say we do understand it, because we don't, but we tend to think we have at least a grip on it. But she's like, you have Roman come back, he's going to be the biggest baby face in the company. Again, she doesn't watch that much, man.
Yeah. I definitely could see that coming.
You have a casual fan saying this. That's good. That's what you want. That's what the WWE is trying to capture, is that casual fan base.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie, your thoughts?
I just, again, it's leading to, Solo's really trying to take this thing by the reins, and he probably won't want to give it up when Roman comes back.
Oh, it's definitely going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline 2.0.
Yeah, and they're waiting on the tribal chief to come back, but it's not Roman. It's not Roman.
He's not coming back. Stop it.
He's coming back.
He's not coming back. He's going to come back next in time to fight Roman at WrestleMania. I will give you that. But I don't think he's going to get involved in this. Because remember, there's still 2 other people that could be involved in this.
Well, at least one.
Yeah, at least 1, possibly 2 that haven't graced our screens yet. Anything else we want to talk about before we wrap on up for the evening?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Cam, where can we find you?
Come back to me.
All right. Shadow.
You can find me in about 10 minutes live right here on Twitch and Twitter, where we cover the Stanley Cup Finals on Ringside Chatter. Anywhere else you want to see what kind of stupid shit I'm up to, hit me up on Twitter at ThatGuyShadow91.
Jamie?
You can find me on all my platforms at Jamey PW. I think I changed it. Then you could also find me here in about 10 minutes for a Ringside Chatter with the boys, talking Stanley Cup, Lord Stanley's Cup. You could also find me at Downstate Wrestling, with all the shenanigans over there. Me, Jake Hatley, and the boys covering it over there. And, the most exciting professional wrestling action in the South. Royal Treatment will be coming out later this week. And with that, there's Cam.
Okay, now I'm ready because I was. You don't normally start with me first, and that threw me off. Anyway,
That's all right.
so you can find me on my socials. You can find me on TikTok at Cam Square Circle Mania, Cam's Wrestling Corner, and of course, call me Cam G. And then you can find me on Twitter/X at CamandCheese317. You can find me here on the network every single Friday night with Friday Night Review with some assortment of these gentlemen you can see on your screen right now. You can find me on our sister page on River City Radio on Monday nights with a table spot with Metalcore Mike and the Alpha Wolf Sean, and then on Wednesday nights after AEW Dynamite with The Boom with me, Phil Khan, and of course Metalcore Mike. And then you can find me on Instagram. If all of that does not sizzle your bacon, you can find me on Instagram at 317 Bacon Eggs and Camp.
I am Scalz. You can find me here on Off the Top Media on both Twitch and YouTube, as well as Off the Top Media _ on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. I host Friday Night Review with Cam and whoever else we decide to get on here, and then NXT on Cap on Tuesdays with myself, Jaxpo, and Phil. Make sure you stick around. Come back in about 10 minutes. We're going to be doing a special Ringside Chatter, talking about the Stanley Cup Finals, who we think is going to win, what we think is going to happen. Make sure you check it out, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and we'll catch y'all soon. Have a great evening.
Later.